Match Chat is live, and again, we are here to talk about the second match, the second T20 match between India and England. India fire back straight away. They equalize the series with a 7-wicket win, pretty convincing as well. I think they had 12 balls to spare, so not, I wouldn't say quite as convincing as England's win, but very much a statement of intent and a big comeback from India as well. We're going to break this all down. Myself, obviously, Adif Nawaz, joined by my friends Anam Nadeem, Arman Kirmani, and of course, joining us today, our special guest, our special producer, Arif. Arif, how are you, bro?
I'm good. How are you? Great to be back on the show.
Arif?
Great to be back on the show, guys.
There you go. I'm glad. He had to think about it. He had his lawyer look over that response. But yeah, what a day to bring Arif back as well on the show because India, man, what a big comeback as well. I think a lot of people were writing them off. We've heard Arman's Glenn McGrath prediction. He had the 5-0. Anam backed it straight away. She knew India were coming back. Anam, was this the performance you expected from India today?
हाँ बहुत अच्छा खेले आज एज यू मेंशन कि हाँ जी उस तरह से बहुत बड़ा फेंटा नहीं लगाया बट स्टिल फेंटा ही था इन टर्म्स ऑफ मॉर्गन जो बिल्कुल फीलिंग शो नहीं करता आई थिंक आई कुड फील के मॉर्गन जो है ना अंदर ही अंदर बेचारा थोड़ा सा आज वो हो रहा था कि यार ये आज हमारे साथ हो क्या रहा है पहले आप टॉस हार गए उसके बाद आपकी बैटिंग जो है उस तरह से चली नहीं जैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे एंड देन बॉलिंग भी कुछ नहीं मतलब आई डोंट नो बेचारे क्या बोलूं अब मैं
Chalo, well, you got the prediction right. That's a good place to start. Well
yeah.
done. And then Arman, like it's not going to be 5-0. Do you think like is this the beginning of the end? Is it going to go all the other way now, or do you think England have a big equalizer coming?
यार एक तो 5-0 जो था ना वो हो सकता था लेकिन I didn't factor in this himakat that England would do and basically in football terms score so many own goals. ठीक है ना सबसे पहले the first thing that I just don't understand they didn't play their spinners. ठीक है ना I mean Adil Rashid was like their sixth choice bowler today in terms of the order. So if England continue and they follow my advice, if you watch the previous show, I told you spin is going to play a big factor. Washington Sundar opened the bowling. They had the other spinner Chahal, I believe, for India, who they went an economy of 7. They only had 5 bowlers, and the commentators kept telling us, "Yaar, agar sirf 5 bowler hai, so then all of them have to bowl all of their quota." Yeah, it's fine if you have spinners. This is India. And they're going to have turning wickets. So if England are going to drop Mark Wood, I don't know why he didn't play after a fantastic spell in the last game, and then not play your spinners, you know what? It probably will be 5-0 the other way. Forget 4-1. It'll be 5-0. It's not what
Yeah, they'll lose the first game back again as well. Mark Wood was injured today, so Tom Curran replaced him. And with due respect to Tom, and I know he's an excellent all-rounder, it does feel like a slightly weaker team. Minus someone like Mark Wood, 150 clicks an hour. Arif, one of the things that we did see today was Virat Kohli getting himself runs again. This is going to be a huge relief to loads of Indian players. And I think generally, cricket fans in general, I don't think anybody out there really hates seeing a great batsman perform well. What do you think? Like Virat Kohli, do you think he's back on the right track after this 50?
I hope not, because Sean Masood won't be happy. Yeah, I think sometimes batsmen just need that one knock, don't they? Where they can just feel the bat onto the ball again, feel the ball onto the bat again, and it all just comes naturally back. So yeah, I think this is Virat Kohli coming back, because if the Indian public, just like the Pakistani public, they're not the most forgiving. Yes, they probably defend their players more than the Pakistani public do, but a few more innings like that, and then the headlines won't have been in Virat's favour. So for the Indians, I think this is some great news today. Yes, they got the win, but also their captain's back scoring runs, which is really good for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great knock. He timed it quite well. He paced his innings quite well. But I felt like he was slightly overshadowed by the debutant, the young man with the rhyming name from the Mumbai Indians, Ishan Kishan, who played a very nice knock at the top. He had a couple of opportunities, a couple of chances that went his way. But Anam, overall, pretty promising start to a young career.
हाँ उससे पोस्ट मैच में भी पूछा था कि ऐसा लगा नहीं कि तुम्हारा पहला मैच था इंटरनेशनल तो आई थिंक आईपीएल से इतना ज्यादा ग्रूम होके प्लेयर्स निकल रहे हैं इंडिया के लिए कि वो उनके लिए वो ऐसे ही है कि बस आ रहे हैं एंड दे जस्ट फिटिंग इनटू देयर रोल्स एंड दे आर परफॉर्मिंग आपको उनको समझाना नहीं पड़ रहा, ग्रूम नहीं करना पड़ा, आपको फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आपके पास आ रहा है, वो परफॉर्म कर रहा है। तो ईशान किशन के लिए भी सेम यही जाता है कि उसको पता था कि वो क्या कर रहा है, कैलकुलेटेड शॉट्स थी। कोहली ने ये भी बोला कि रेकलेस नहीं खेला, उसका बहुत कैलकुलेटेड था, जो कुछ भी वो कर रहा था उसको पता था, ये ऐसे नहीं कि बस ऐसे ऐसे शॉटें लगा रहा है, उसको पता नहीं कि वो क्या कर रहा है। सो बहुत कैलकुलेटेड शॉट्स थी, और कुछ शॉट्स तो बहुत फिट थी, मतलब वो वो प्लीजिंग टू द आई वाला सीन था बहुत ज्यादा। सो या आई थिंक मुंबई इंडियंस, माइकल वॉन ने भी ट्वीट किया हुआ था कि जी मुंबई इंडियंस ने हराया आज इंग्लैंड को। सो आई डोंट नो।
उसने कल भी ट्वीट किया था कि पर पिछले मैच के बाद भी कि मुंबई इंडियंस इज अ स्ट्रॉन्गर T20 team than India, and that obviously upset a lot of Indian fans. But you know, I think some of his advice was sort of heeded today. But yeah, I'm with you, Armana. If we go back to the start of the game, it did feel like a slightly different approach from England. Obviously, the toss was won, and we know these days toss is a huge factor in T20 cricket in Pakistan and India. But if we go back to the start, England, they started quite promisingly. And it felt like they were getting these nice little partnerships together. Jason Roy looking really good, but the wickets just fell at all the wrong times. What do you think?
They lost a wicket in the first over, so it wasn't the greatest of starts. Let's put it like that. They recovered well after that horrendous start. I agree with you there. They were looking good. But I think they still they do struggle against spin. I mean, Jason Roy, you put pace onto it, and you know what? He looks like a different player. The moment you bring these spinners on, Bairstow, Jason Roy, obviously we've seen Butler in the Test series as well. I mean, I think England have a problem with spin, as in that's like news that almost everybody knows. So I'm not saying anything new there. But yeah, I mean, listen, England definitely let this one go. The wickets, again, we're going to talk about, we have the Karachi curse in the PSL. We've got the Ahmedabad curse in T20s going on here. Teams got to get their tactics right. You've got to keep the run rate up. You can't go into a defensive mode and start, especially in the first six or in the power play. They're still only batting at 6 and 7 and over. You don't need to consolidate. If you're going to bat 8 batsmen in your team that can hit, why are you batting at 7 and over? You need to make the most of these fielders in. So these tactics by these teams, in my opinion, are lacking a lot of things that they need in order to win these games. So I think England are missing quite a few tricks, to be honest, and both teams are, if that's how they're going to bat if they lose early wickets. They've got to continue with their momentum.
Those last few overs were really poor in particular, because at one stage it looked like England would score in excess of 160. And then, when they didn't do that, a lot of the commentators, they kept referring to the pitch, and it's really irritating because, like, I get it. It's a difficult pitch to bat on. It's the same pitch that you've talked about for the last 5 matches or 10 days of cricket you've played there. We get it. Stop going on about the pitch. You're both going to play on the same pitch. You just won a match on this pitch, and now you're again like, oh, there's some demons in this pitch. I don't think there were demons in that pitch. I think the last over in particular from Thakur was excellent. He bowled 6 slow balls. The last one got hit for 4. Fine. But in between that, he managed to take a wicket. He bowled dot balls, and he managed to bowl an over that went for under 6 for the last over. Arif, do you think there's a little bit of this culture of like, oh, let's find something to blame and let's really hold on to it, i.e. the pitch going on in England at the moment?
I don't think I fully agree with you there. I think the people are still hurt about what happened in the Test series. If anybody is telling me that the home side getting a pitch ready to how they need it to be ready to win, especially after what happened in the first T20, isn't a concern, then I'm sorry, I don't agree with you there. I think this was deliberately done to make sure India win. England were not winning on this wicket, and I think you guys would agree with that. I don't think, sometimes they do sort of overuse this excuse, but I think today, especially with what happened in the Test series, they've set the precedent, and you know what? All home sides do it, but I think India just take it too far. They make it so obvious that things are being put into place just to make it easier for them to win.
I appreciate that, and I know a lot of people have raised that opinion. For me, it just kind of undermines and does a great disservice to the skills of the bowlers who managed to pull a team back. You got to remember the England team, they were batting with great, we're saying they're going to hit 180, 190. India pulled them back to 164. The pitch became a factor after overs 18, 19, 20. Arman, I feel like you're going to see eye to eye with me here.
Yeah, you know what? How much did England make? 165, 167 कुछ ऐसे बनाया था ना. अभी You said to me 2 minutes ago that India just happened to get wickets at the right times just before these batsmen gained momentum. So matlab ke, and I saw these wickets. There was nothing about the wicket that made me feel unplayable. Gande shot mare, they got caught, matlab ke laziness, no professionalism, nothing to think about to go all the way, build your innings, bat 20 overs, hit out, none of that logic. Bas eye ball, maar the eye by shy shot, aadhe chhakke jise hum kehte hain, right? No timing, whatever, out of there. So what I'm trying to say is, if you made 167, then if you hadn't have lost those wickets by loose shots in those moments or missed time shots, 180 to 200 was basically what they were going to score. So what wicket are you complaining about? If you're scoring 180 to 200, you need to be able to defend that when you're bowling. So my problem with England is that their tactics were totally wrong. You can make all the they were making the excuses about the wicket in the first over. In the first over of the game, what did?
So
like,
I think the wicket wasn't the same. That wasn't natural change from the last game, was it?
No. What I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say, Arif. This is what I will say respectfully. I've been telling you all Test series on this show that they have doctored these wickets to suit Indians. So I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, and I think what Arthur is trying to say, we know that we've been playing at Ahmedabad for the last, the Test matches been played, 2 Test matches, first one day, second. We didn't lose because the wicket was doctored today. And when I say we, I mean England didn't lose. Obviously, I'm in England, so I'm supporting them at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, they lost because they did not play well enough in this game. And I disagree on this one fundamental thing. When you said England were not winning today, if England batted second, they were winning all day long. Because there is absolutely no score in the first innings that can be made that can't be chased on these wickets. It doesn't matter if it's red soil, black soil, Pakistani soil, Bangladeshi soil. Bhai, the game is very simple. If you played 5 games on a wicket, the skill at international level is to bloody adapt. Right? The ball's coming on, you got to hit it. That's it. It's as simple. Why are we making all these excuses? They're international players. For God's sake, how many games have these guys played? They won World Cups. What's going on?
You know what? I think there's a lot of truth there. And I understand that the pitches are a certain way. But as you say, I mean, they've been like that for a while. And these England batsmen did get in. So Jason Roy got to 48, I think 46, 48 before he got out. So it's not like he was, grafting his way there. He was playing his shots. He was playing these reverse sweeps off spinners. That's how you're supposed to do it. People play, if you see Rishabh Pant play them off fast bowlers, you're supposed to play reverse sweeps off spinners. And he did it quite nicely a couple of times. Owen Morgan got a slower ball and he was completely outdone by it. He knew it the minute he skied that ball that he was out and he was gone. The catch was taken. But generally, Anam, I thought the Indian fielding overall was quite poor and it might have cost them about 20 odd runs. The way they were in the field, there were a lot of slip ups. There was a drop chance. There were just the loads of skidding on the boundary that was going wrong. What do you think? On balance, did they lose themselves 20 runs more than England lost themselves runs when they dropped Ishan Kishan in the deep? It was Ben Stokes who dropped Ishan Kishan in the deep off the bowling of Adil Rashid. Which one was more significant, do you think?
अब अगर रिजल्ट के बाद देखें तो आई थिंक बेन स्टोक्स ने जो कैच छोड़ा है उसकी ज्यादा अहमियत है एंड नॉट व्हाट हैपेंड इन द फर्स्ट इनिंग्स. और ये जो पिच की लड़ाई हो रही है इसमें भी मुझे थोड़ा सा बस वो ऐड करना है. हाँ, पिच के बारे में तो नहीं, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि शायद अब टीम्स जो है वो चेस करना प्रेफर करती हैं T20s में. तो जब टॉस हार जाते हो तो शायद साइकोलॉजिकली आपको भूल जाता है कि आपका गेम प्लान बैटिंग करते हुए पहले क्या होगा या आपको कितना टोटल चाहिए. तो वो साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्टर मुझे कहीं ना कहीं लगता है, क्योंकि आज जब इंग्लैंड बैटिंग कर रहा था फ्लो नहीं था और कहीं ना कहीं वो लोग कंफ्यूज लग रहे थे अपनी अप्रोच में, मोर देन कि इंडिया ने बॉलिंग कैसी कराई कैसी नहीं, वो सेकेंडरी है. बट इंग्लैंड अपनी अप्रोच में बहुत कंफ्यूज लग रहा था एंड दे वर ऑन द बैक फुट द मोमेंट आई थिंक जब वो टॉस हार गए. तो पता नहीं, टॉस का फैक्टर बहुत ज्यादा है.
ये बात
अनुप, एक बात मुझे समझाओ प्लीज. लाइक इन द लास्ट मैच Adil Rashid opened the bowling, right? And he opened it beautifully. He bowled a great first over, and his second over, he got Virat Kohli out. Excellent. Why was he bowling the 7th over today? Is this like 6th over? I beg you. Was it 7th or I don't know, 6th or 7th?
Sixth choice.
He's sixth choice. Yeah, he was the sixth choice today.
But like, is this like are they overthinking things a little bit in England? Like, if one thing has worked, why not persist with it? Surely.
पता नहीं, आज शायद मार्क पुट भी नहीं था तो वो उनको पावर प्ले में उनको लग नहीं रहा था कि वो फोर्स से उस तरह से बॉलिंग करा पाएंगे या नहीं करा पाएंगे. बट हाँ, दे मिस्ड अ ट्रिक बाय नॉट यूजिंग आदिल रशीद अप फ्रंट. पता नहीं, आई डोंट नो मॉर्गन के दिमाग में उसको क्या चल रहा था क्या नहीं चल रहा था. I don't know, मतलब कभी-कभी समझ नहीं आती मुझे कि एक अगर आपके पास एक पैटर्न है वो चल रहा है तो आप उसको उससे हट क्यों जाते हो? अगर it's okay if you're bowling second, but maybe you can go on and trying with the same tactics जो आपने पहले मैच में ट्राई किए थे. अगर हाँ पहले ओवर में उसको मार पड़ती है आदिल को तो ठीक है आप चेंज कर दो, बट एटलीस्ट ट्राई ना. यू रिमेम्बर पहले मैच में भी हमने बात की थी कि वॉशिंगटन सुंदर को शुरू में अगर ले आते व्हेन इंग्लैंड वर चेजिंग तो शायद स्टोरी थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट होती, क्योंकि इंग्लैंड से मैनेज नहीं हो रहा था और सुंदर आज भी हमने देखा है कि इंग्लैंड से नहीं खेला जा रहा था. तो प्रॉब्ली आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक ये साइकोलॉजिकल है सब टीम्स के साथ.
Definitely. You know what? One thing that really impressed me, I didn't ask you guys your moments of the match, but I will. And I'm going to start with this one. And this is both for both me and Arif, because I know he'll appreciate this as well, okay? The internet connection that Dinesh Karthik has is incredible. I don't know if this is on a global feed, but in England, what they do is they've got some live commentators, some people in a studio, and then they've got Stuart Broad in his house and Dinesh Karthik in his house, and they're both calling in on Zoom or Skype or something. And Broad's connection is exactly like you're looking at right now. Like it's just like this, थोड़ी सी रुक रुक के कभी-कभी, थोड़ा सा buffering होती है, कभी-कभी sync नहीं सही होती. Like all of that is going on. Dinesh Karthik, it looked like he was sitting in my living room. I don't know what his infrastructure is. I don't know if he's got a cell tower in his house, but he's got the clearest footage I've ever seen live in this era of the pandemic. Arif, how did he achieve that, bro? And how do we do the same thing?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Either he's getting some super fast net speed that we've not seen, which is probably out of this world. But yeah, at least we got to hear him and see him. And I know Sky Sports and other channels have had difficulties with their commentators, and people have been commentating from home, etc. So whatever it might be, I'm just glad we're getting to see some good coverage.
Yeah, the coverage has been very, very good, it has to be said. There were some audio glitches, but this is what I mean. It makes it so impressive. It's almost shameful for England. We think of England as being, oh, we're at the top of the tech world. We have 5G everywhere, and we've got super fast internet. And there he is, my man sitting in India, looking at me crystal clear. I can see the little pimples in his face. I can trace them from memory. They were so, so good. I don't know. I that was my moment, like that coverage. I want to know. I genuinely want more information on Dinesh Karthik's webcam.
I think, that they should give that camera quality to the third umpire as well. Because इनका जो third umpire है ना, वो चाहे दूसरा टेस्ट हो, तीसरा टेस्ट हो, second T20 हो, उनके पास भी वो buffering हो रही है मेरे ख्याल से, क्योंकि जब भी इंडियन बैट्समैन का जो पैर बाहर होता है ना, उसको somehow वो अंदर कर देते हैं. I think it's frame rate, something to do with the internet quality. तो असल में पता है क्या, मुझे ऐसी feeling आ रही है कि जब हम इंशाल्लाह वर्ल्ड कप में जाएंगे ना, पाकिस्तान की टीम हो, इंग्लैंड हो, whoever, एक काम करते हैं, let's take all the batsmen, let's tie their hands behind their back, and maybe even one to the ankle, and say you can only bat with the opposite hand that you batted in, because this is not the first time. We can't let this go. The umpiring in the Test series, there were times where they didn't run the DRS long enough to see a ricochet from a pad to a bat, and they just gave it not out. They got the line decisions wrong. Kohli in the Test series was intimidating umpires on various occasions that were well reported as well. He was running across the wicket. The wickets were tampered with. I mean, listen, we are doing a show every day for the integrity of the sport to cover it. And there are some phenomenal Indian players. We saw Ishan Kishan today. I don't know why Sharma isn't playing, but we saw him in the Test series. Ashwin, Axar Patel, amazing players. ये कौन से अंपायर कहां से लेके आए यार, मतलब कि ये कौन से रूल बना रहे हैं, making up as they go along. Like it didn't affect the result today, but I know कि Kohli needs run, 3 डक करके आया है, Shan Masood is outscoring him. अब आप उनको अंपायर भी उनके फेवर में दोगे. Like what is this? What's going on? Somebody help me. What game am I watching? Every single game, these umpires with the best technology. Apparently Dinesh Karthik's got better technology, but they're meant to have everything. And how are we getting these umpires? Somebody help me out here.
Anam, is there a trend at the moment in world cricket? Because without a doubt, particularly that stumping decision that Arman is referring to, it looked pretty out from where I was sitting. Both of the commentators, they were both English commentators on our side, and they both said, well, look, it looks out, but we don't know what's going to happen. They couldn't commit to it because when they were so sharminda, they've had these dodgy decisions. Is this specific to India, or is this kind of a global trend? Because we saw similar things happening in that West Indies game, the last one against Sri Lanka, with the decision that was referred about there were a couple of referrals that were a bit dodgy. ये global trend है कि home umpires home team को back कर रहे हैं. Yeah, this is isolated. Do you think? What do you think?
मुझे तो अभी फिलहाल ग्लोबल ट्रेंड लग रहा है कि होम एम्पायर्स के साथ आई थिंक पैंडेमिक में सब लोगों के दिमाग जो है ना वो थोड़े से आई डोंट नो थोड़े रस्टी हो गए. उनको समझ नहीं आ रही कि रूल्स जो है वो क्या है. ऑन द लाइन इज आउट. उस दिन भी जब हम बात कर रहे थे, हम चैट में बात कर रहे थे कि आउट है या नहीं है, पॉलार्ड वाला इंसिडेंट जो था, उस वक्त मैंने भी बोला, अरमान ने भी बोला कि आउट है. बट हाँ, जब बाद में उसको 100 दफा देखा है तो ऑब्वियसली वो डिलिबरेट नहीं था एंड वी अंडरस्टूड कि वो आउट नहीं था. क्यों दिया गया वी डोंट नो. आई थिंक रस्टी सीन है, वो बस पैंडेमिक में से गुजर रहे हैं हम लोग साथ.
I think.
Can I come in on this?
दिमाग में भी जब
Arif, just let me say before you come in, Arif, I think it was the great man himself, wasn't it? Imran Khan, who's a great leader, obviously, who suggested neutral umpires. And obviously, it's hard to do that in a pandemic, but, his advice is always, every time I see this happen, I hear Imran Khan's voice in the back of my head, as I'm sure there's a lot of Punjab these days. Please, Arif, jump in.
Right, so I was going to mention that Imran Khan and having neutral umpires, and I think it's because of the pandemic that they're having home umpires. So it proves him right for what he did years ago, and what was happening was atrocious before that was put in. But hang on, we had the PSL, right? And in the PSL we had foreign umpires. So why can't, and there's a foreign team coming in to India who are in a bubble, why can't the umpires do the same? I just don't understand the logic. I know some of these pandemic rules are really bad and really they contradict what they're actually trying to do, especially even with the social distancing, etc. Yeah, I agree with it, but some of the rules by some of the governments, even the cricketing body, put your cap on your head, right? But they'll be walking so close to the umpires or in a separate bubble and stuff. Just bring them back. Just bring them back. It's ruining the game. People are getting up at stupid times to watch these games. It's just ruining it. And I think we should definitely have foreign umpires, neutral, not to say foreign, but neutral umpires back. And it's not like it can't be done because the tournaments are doing that.
Yeah, absolutely, Arif, I'm with you. Except obviously our tournament was postponed because of COVID reasons. So, but you're right. There's a way to do it. There's absolutely a way to do it, and they should. By the way, if you want to read more about the postponement of the PSL, I've heard there's a great article in Dawn that you can find online. It's on our timeline, so find it. It's very, very good. So yeah, the neutral umpiring thing wasn't great, but overall, I do think India were the better team in this match. The way they performed, the way they bowled in certain circumstances, and the way they kind of rode their luck a little bit. They were the stronger team. Two players saw their way through to 50. England none of those batsmen really kicked on and, put pressure on the lower order batsmen. You got Ben Stokes swinging for the fences and not making contact and over 20. I think overall they were going that way, but I don't think it's gonna. I mean, Arman suggested this could, start the rout. I really do think England will come back stronger. Anam, what do you think?
हाँ, मार्कवुड वापस आएगा अगले मैच में. आई होप सो. उसका कोई हील का कोई इंजरी थी या क्या निगल था. वो वापस आ जाए, इंग्लैंड टॉस जीत जाए, पहले बॉलिंग करा ले, तो हाँ, चांसेस तो अच्छे हैं, करेगा कमबैक इंग्लैंड.
Arman, what do you think next match? England come back or India continue the dominance?
Honestly speaking, I think that if England continue to play like this, they've got no chance. So I think I'll stick with my prediction of 5-0 England, although that can't happen anymore. I want to be stubborn at the end of the day. So 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Lekin, I'm telling you 100%, although it will be 5-0, India agla match zarur jeetega.
Okay, so we've got one for England, one for India. Give me one more prediction, Arman. Just do you think the pitch will be brought up again in the next match?
It will be brought up before the first over is finished.
All right, we'll look out for that one. Arif, what do you think? 1-1 at the moment. India win the second match. England obviously won the first match. Next match in 2 days' time. Who's winning it?
I think England will bounce back. I do agree with a bit with Anum that the momentum would have shifted back to India a little, but I think England, the quality is just they're by far the best team in the world at the moment in the shorter format, and I think they should bounce back. And regarding the pitch one, what they did in the Test series, we'll talk about it whenever we can for the next 10-15 years. So don't worry about that, Arman.
Absolutely. On paper, that England team is very, very strong, has to be said. Maybe the strongest in the world. Almost as strong as Pakistan. Anyway, with that being said, guys.
नहीं
Sorry, Anam, please. Sorry, I beg your pardon, please.
जाते यार वो वसीम भाई के साथ सुबह चैट की थी तो इसीलिए आज कोहली इतना अच्छा खेला है. You guys forgot to mention about this.
Yes, of course. Tell us everything.
आज कोहली ने पोस्ट मैच में बोला है कि उसने आज वसीम भाई से चैट की थी, इस वजह से आज उसकी परफॉर्मेंस हम सबके सामने है कि वो वसीम भाई ने बस बोला था बॉल देखना और शॉट लगाना, उसने वही किया आज.
मैंने तो सुना किसी और से बात की थी उसने.
नहीं वसीम भाई के पास ये लीगल राइट्स है सुबह बात करने वाले, और आप और किसी से बात नहीं कर सकता प्लेयर. सबसे पहले वसीम भाई से बात करता है, तो कोहली ने वसीम भाई से आज बात की है और उसके बाद आज आपके सामने कि कैसे शॉटें खेली हैं कोहली.
I think we need to get Kohli speaking to Arman before the next game.
देखो विराट भाई, दरअसल बात ये, भाई तो छोटे हो मेरे ख्याल से, लेकिन कॉल करो, मैं समझाता हूँ. ये इंग्लैंड जो गोरे हैं ना, इनको नहीं आती स्पिन खेलना. आप 5 स्पिनर खिलाओ, 20 रन में ये सब आउट हो जाएंगे, जीत जाओगे, फिक्र ही नहीं करो.
Yeah. I've got to add in there as well that Dan Norcross made that prediction that they would be rolled. They didn't quite get rolled, but they did lose convincingly. So there's a fan who knows how to keep his expectations in check. I think we can all learn from Dan Norcross. Hey guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Oh, me. I think whoever wins the toss is going to win the match. So keep that in mind. Listen, we're going to be back on Tuesday. More guests, more chat, more post-match chat. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, keep all that jazz going. And we'll see you soon.